taking that also into account and seeing how we can leverage certain technologies to assist and help our loan officers do more work and be more attentive to their deals and be able to be more involved is another big piece that we're looking to take on, and looking to bring on more broker business as well, right? So we're now looking to open up our products to a lot more variety of brokers, more sophisticated brokers that are able to submit and move along their own deals on a white label platform. So we're actually doing a lot of the structure build out right now, and we're hoping to release that in the next month or two, which we're very excited for.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorInsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Erica, and today I'm excited to be joined by Max Chera. He is the managing partner and powerhouse at Express Capital Financing. Max, I'm so glad to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So Max, you've built an impressive operation at Express Capital Financing. Can you share about your journey and what drives your passion in the lending world?
Yeah, so before I got into the lending world, I spent a lot of time in the real estate space, worked my way up from doing rentals to sales to operating and managing an actual sales team, and eventually even helping investors with their purchases, their flips, their BRRRR strategies. And one thing that always came up was, difficulty in financing, hopping through hoops. So it's been a pleasure, to say the least, to be able to really guide our borrowers properly, have an easy, seamless process for them that we're able to help them navigate, walk them through it step by step. But it's been a long journey in real estate, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Was there a defining moment for you that you knew that this was going to be your lane instead of, the other areas of real estate that you were working on?
It's a really good question. And looking back, I would say, yes, there was a defining moment. It was as soon as I got involved and I got through my first couple of files. I actually had a borrower that I was working with that he was actually someone from my book of business from beforehand. I've actually helped them do a couple of deals together. And when I realized how I was able to go from helping that person do one deal, knowing very little to nothing about the financing part, to now understanding how to properly leverage them, how to understand how they can actually diversify themselves a little bit more. And I went from doing 1 or 2 deals with that borrower a year to doing 5 to 10 deals with that same borrower. It really helped me understand how much more value I bring to the table in this space. It helped me understand how much more valuable it is to have an understanding of the capital stack and how to properly situate it so that you can actually expand your real estate portfolio in a safe and risk-free way. Well, not risk-free, but mitigating the risks.
Yes, mitigating the risk is always important. And, your company is clearly a heavy hitter in the lending space. Can you walk us through how you manage that volume and, give us kind of like the breakdown, like what kinds of deals are you typically helping with?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Sure. So to answer the first question, it all comes down to teams, right? So we hold everybody responsible for their department and what they're good at. I wouldn't be here today if not for our processors, our underwriters, our salespeople, my brother, my father. Everybody has their role. And we try to stay in that role and make everybody a decision maker so that allows them to properly move things along without needing a lot of extra eyes on each file and so on and so forth. Each person does what they do and they do it really well. We focus primarily on the fix and flip and DSCR products, which is the 30-year mortgages for rental properties where it doesn't require tax returns, W-2s or anything like that. It's completely and solely based off the asset itself and its ability to repay the loan. So we focus on, we also do a lot of multifamily bridge. We do light dock commercial mortgages. We have a plethora of different products. The way I like to say it, as long as your loan is below $10 million and it's not for you to live in, we could probably have a program for it.
So I love it. Going back to the volume that you guys do, how do you balance the speed and due diligence when you have that volume going on?
It comes down to creating that streamlined process, right? So we've created, number one, a lot of technology that helps. We've created a custom technology that allows us to do our process in the same order that we're already familiar with. And it comes to having each individual being responsible for their department, right? So we have somebody that's in charge of draws who's tagged into the loan prior to the loan even getting into underwriting to review the scope of works and make sure that there's no problems that they could see that would arise. This way they could make sure that, hey, if there's a question or something that they're unsure of, we're getting an answer now rather than 6 months into the project when they're requesting a draw and now there's a problem. It streamlines that part of that process so much easier and faster. We like to get as much paperwork from the loan officer directly, right? The loan officer is already getting a soft pull of credit report. This way we see if there's any problems. We like to do a lot of pre-qualifying so that once we put a deal into our processing queue, like it's going to fly through because we've already checked through it. We have a pricing desk that works directly also with our loan officers. So anytime a loan officer is ready to put a deal through, it's already been looked at by an underwriter that asked any questions they have or made sure that it fits our current box and the deal is actually making sense from that perspective. And there's a lot of times, obviously, where, we got to get a little bit creative and make the deal work for repeat borrowers, so on and so forth. And we're able to get those approved up front rather than waiting to the last minute and telling the borrower that either, I'm so happy in the 12th hour we made it work, or I'm so sorry in the 12th hour you're going to have to bring an extra X amount of dollars to closing. Like that's a conversation we never want to have.
Yeah, absolutely. That right there kind of transitions. What else I wanted to ask, which is, have there been any memorable or challenging deals that you've closed, and what have you learned from it?
There is a lot of challenging loans that I would say that I've closed. And I would say a bulk of them were probably, like if I had to take a period of time and say when were the most of them, it was probably in 2020 when we were still funding loans, but a lot of people were closed down or not funding at the moment. And it was a little bit difficult because we had to be extremely careful. We couldn't kind of fly through the process like we used to. We had to make sure that it really made sense. But overall, you asked me what was the biggest,
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more. and schedule a call with our team today.
Learning moment that I've had out of it, or what did we gauge out of it, is pretty much number one is if a loan is not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And sometimes a quick no is better than an elongated no. And sometimes you can make it work if you just take a little bit of time to figure things out with the borrower and having conversation. A lot of times, for example, you find out the more you talk to the borrower, the more you start to realize different nuances to the deal or the relationship that they may have, which can add value or remove value from the deal. And sometimes you really do have to have a full understanding of that. When we have a new loan officer, like a lot of the times the way I tell them is that I want you to make believe that I am on the conversation and you're going to come to me and ask, and you're going to have to answer all the questions that I'm going to ask you. And are you going to have the answers to them? Right? Make sure that you've really understood the actual dynamic of the deal, why it's being done, what are the motivations behind it? Is there anything that you can use to help you? Did they give an extra large deposit? Was this a property they've owned previously and now they're restructuring? All of these little details really play a big part into understanding how to properly structure that loan for it to be in the best situation for the borrower.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that Max, that you guys have plans to scale your team and operations. Can you share what specific areas you're looking to expand, whether it's the team size, technology, new markets?
Yeah, so actually it's a little bit of the trifecta that you just put together, right? So number one is we are looking to build up a stronger sales team, more people, right? Because we've gotten to a point where, and we'll get to this in the technology portion in a moment, but there is a limited capacity of what a person's capable of doing, and making sure that number one, we have more people in the background that's able to A, assist them so that they could do more loans, and B, is adding more people to the team that could actually write more loans is a big part of our growth plan. Additionally, the technology portion is another big piece, especially with AI being out there. And I think that we've kind of experienced a little bit of it and people are understanding how it could be valuable, but we're first still learning also how to properly implement it into our businesses, right? So taking that also into account and seeing how we can leverage certain technologies to assist and help our loan officers do more work and be more attentive to their deals and be able to be more involved is another big piece that we're looking to take on. And looking to bring on more broker business as well, right? So we're now looking to open up our products to a lot more variety of brokers, more sophisticated brokers that are able to submit and move along their own deals on a white label platform. So we're actually doing a lot of the structure build out right now, and we're hoping to release that in the next month or two, which we're very excited for. And lastly, yes, market position and being brick and mortar in certain areas is another big piece of our growth plan, making sure that we have people that are going to be in the big MSAs, that we do a lot of business in already, so that they can get even deeper into the market and really build up more of a book of business in those market areas.
Yes, and having a brick and mortar store, real estate relies the industry. It's all about relationships. So having that presence there, I'm sure will enhance that.
It does. Me and my father do a lot of networking, going to these expos and local events. And, in the beginning of our career, I remember we would fly out to Dallas to go to a little meetup event of 20 people or so. Looking back at it, I don't regret any of it because it actually helped us get to where we were, but it was unsustainable to do that at the type of growth, at the level that we're at right now. I wouldn't be able to be in every single local place and giving information and meeting with the people and shaking their hands and getting to actually know them. So a big piece to us is having more people in those areas where it's much easier for them to go to their local meetups, once or twice a week and be able to meet with the market. And I say meet with the market because it's really, real estate's so big and so small at the same time. There's so many of us in the industry, but yet it gets so small when you start talking to 2 or 3 people where we're just 1 or 2 people removed from each other. So getting to meet with each of these investors, and then you get their network out of it and so on and so forth, it creates an entire referral network that's much greater than any one of us.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true with the networking. When it comes to our listeners, do you have any networking advice for them? How should they determine if, because there's so many opportunities out there with networking. How can one best determine if a networking event or group is a good fit for them?
Uh, a lot of it is hit and miss and trial and error. I will say that I've been to a lot of events that I didn't think that I had to be at while I was there. And maybe the second time around I went to it and all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I actually met a person or two. So to me, networking is really, it's a contact sport, right? So you got to do it often and a lot. You got to really put yourself out there. You got to go to a lot of different events. Now, one thing I would say is I try to really stay real estate specific. There's a lot of different types of mixers that you can go to out there where it's like get funding for your business and you'll meet with a lot of people that are in a lot of different verticals. One person's in the film industry, one person's in the media industry, one person's in the real estate industry. And it's like, I want to be able to meet with as many people as I possibly can. Another quick tip that I like is I do always carry business cards with me, but I always try to make it like I don't because I want to collect your card. I don't want to give you my card. I want to be the person that's able to reach out to you versus hoping that you're going to reach out to me. So my entire goal when I'm networking is finding value that I could bring to that person outside of what I already do. Meaning, yeah, sure, if you're looking for a lender and that's the value that I bring, great. I'm so happy to have that conversation. Give me your card and I'll reach out to you. But a lot of times they may have somebody they're working with already, or they may not be looking for you directly right now. So it's a matter of understanding, well, what are you looking for? I work with a lot of wholesalers. Wholesalers don't lend money, don't borrow money from me, but there's still a relationship that we have with each other because they have buyers that are looking to buy their property. They want to make sure that they have a lender behind them that's capable of closing the deal and maybe even could give it a preliminary look and tell them what we can get them on the leverage and what the deal actually looks like. Is it profitable? Could they maybe sell it for a little bit more than they were expecting? So those are the types of value adds that I try to bring to the table, whether it's a resource, information, or something. And I say, hey, well, look, I would love to share that information with you. If you give me your contact, I'll make sure that tomorrow when I'm in the office, I could send over some basic info that'll help you through your problem.
That's so helpful. Well, Max, for our listeners here, if they want to connect, learn more about Express Capital Financing, or maybe they need help and need some lending, what's the best way for them to reach you?
They can reach us. They can email us at info@Express Capital Financing, and we'd be happy to get them set up with their own personal loan officer that'll get to know them and truly understand their goals and make sure that each deal is the right one for them and structure the best possible loan for them. Or they could call us directly at 718-285-0806.
Max, thank you so much for sharing your insights and expertise with us today.
It's been a pleasure, Erica. Thank you again for having me.
And for our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to the Real Estate Pros podcast. We've got more conversations lined up with heavy hitters like Max who are out there building incredible real estate businesses. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.